Welcome to Learn Excel in 5-Minute Bits. In this 8th video, we will examine Excel's absolute cell references. Future videos will explore additional tasks, including more formulas and functions, as well as many other tasks. Our ultimate goal is to make Excel easy to use and help you become a pro at using Excel. If you are a subscriber, we appreciate your loyalty. If not, we hope you will subscribe using the subscribe button. Subscribing is free. I've opened a partially completed file called Pay Period Report to see how to use Excel's absolute cell references. The first thing we'll do is to calculate the federal tax for Joan Smith. I've inserted the formula we'll be using in cell B9 so you have it for reference. First, we'll click on cell G4 where we want the formula to be located. Then we'll type in the formula in cell B9, but we'll ignore the dollar signs for the moment. So we'll type an equal sign, H9, the cell with the federal tax rate, an asterisk for multiply, a left parenthesis, F4, the gross pay cell, a minus sign, C4, the number of dependents, another asterisk, H10, the dependent allowance, a right parentheses, and finally press the Enter key. The federal tax is perfectly calculated at $215.93. To make sure our formula is clear, the C4 times H10 part of the formula multiplies the dependent allowance in cell H10, that is the 2850, times the number of dependents from cell C4, in this case 3. Then it subtracts that result from the gross pay. In other words, if you have dependents, you are allowed to reduce your taxable gross pay by $28.50 for each dependent. Then it multiplies the new reduced taxable gross pay by the federal tax rate in cell H9, which we are assuming to be 22%, to finally arrive at the federal tax dollar amount. To copy the formula down for the other 3 employees, we can use the autofill button. Just click on cell G4, then grab the autofill button in the lower right corner of cell G4 and click and drag it down through cell G7. If you examine the 3 formula results, they are obviously wrong. How come? If you examine the formulas in cells G5, G6, and G7, you will see that the row numbers for H9 and H10 have increased by 1 for each cell below cell G4. Therefore, the auto-filled formulas are not actually using the numbers in cells H9 and H10 for each and every formula. So how can we keep those cell addresses from changing? That's where absolute referencing comes in. Let's go to cell G4, and then in the formula bar above column C, click on the H9 in the formula and then press the F4 key on your keyboard. The H9 will change to $H, $9. An easy way to remember this is that each dollar sign forces the part of the address that follows not to change. Let's do the same thing to the H10 in the formula. Click on the H10 in the formula bar, then press the F4 key on the top row of your keyboard, and the H10 will change to $H, $10. Then press the Enter key to confirm the entry. Then we need to click on cell G4 and redo our autofill of cell G4 down through G7 again. Now our results will change to be accurate. You can verify this by examining cells G5 through G7. You will see that now in those cells, the H9 and H10 have not changed as they are autofilled. The other cells in the formula, F4 and C4, have changed, which is what we want because those cells should change to reflect the dependence and gross pay of the employee whose information is on the line where the resulting formula has been inserted. We can use absolute referencing for the state tax calculation as well. Let's go to H4, type an equal sign, type F4, type an asterisk, type H11, then press the F4 key on the top row of your keyboard, press enter, and then you autofill cell H4 down through H7, and because we have made absolute cell H11 in that formula, each of those formulas continues to refer to cell H11 where the state tax rate is stored. So you can use the F4 key to change a cell address from relative to absolute, either after you have entered the formula without the dollar signs or while you are entering the formula for the first time. Just be sure you click your cursor on the cell address in the formula before you press the F4 key. This concludes the video on Excel's absolute cell references. Remember that practicing these steps a few times will help you remember so you can use the task without even thinking about it. I look forward to joining you in future videos in our series called Learn Excel in 5-Minute Bits to explore the many benefits of Excel. Check out our upcoming 9th video, Formatting Cells in Excel, Part 1 of 2.